Man, Dustin Poirier versus Dan Hooker, what a fight. Two amazing top level guys. Definitely one of the fights of the year so far. Competing with Wei Li Zhang versus Joanna Jędrzejczyk. But watching the fight, man, I was just thinking to myself, like, what high level mixed martial arts this is. What a high pace those two set. First round they came out right away, throwing a lot of activity. Second round was one of the best rounds of the year for sure. Both guys taking damage, both guys facing adversity, and both guys remaining so calm under those circumstances. And I think that's where, a lot of fans might not see these things, or a fighter might see it, and respect it and really appreciate it. Like for me, it's two guys that taking so many shots, and shots that would put a lot of guys away, but they're just walking through these shots and continuing to fight as hard as they were from the first bell to the end, and Dustin Poirier must have hit Hooker with so many hard shots that anybody else would have probably went down from. And you got to see this guy still stay in there across from you, won't go away. You feel these shots landing, and you're like, man, like, what is it going to take to put this guy away? Sometimes that can get you frustrated. Sometimes that can make you do something stupid, make a mistake in the fight. But Poirier just shows this calmness, this veteranness, just I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It's just like the way he stays calm through this pressure, this intensity, high level fight with back and forth action, taking a lot of big shots but giving big shots and not being able to put your opponent away, but still coming out unfazed each round, not overwhelmed by the fact that he can't put this guy away, knowing that he'll just get better and better as the fight goes on, and he'll win the fight. And he lost the first two rounds, which was crazy. Hooker was doing good. He was landing from the outside a little bit. He seemed to, be working really well when Dustin was against the cage with those body shots. And man, that second round where he just put it on him with like a 10 punch combination with crazy hard hooks, and he couldn't put Poirier away. Poirier's defense is really impeccable, man. The way he's able to wing block when these hooks come and kind of just slip out of the way. And man, by the end of the fight, you look at Hooker and you're just like, the guy has nothing left. He left it all in the cage. These guys have no quit in their soul, and it's just amazing to see. Hooker deserves all the props in the world. It's not a loss. His stock goes up. Yes, he lost, but like, that's a win for both of those guys. Like that's a win for the fans. That's a win for both of those guys, and they deserve all the money in the world for that kind of fight. Man. Like people don't understand. Like that's a lot of damage, man. A Hooker's been in these fights, like with Barboza, with Felder, and now with Poirier, where that's some kind of damage that you really can't put a measure stick on, and you really don't know what he's done to himself with those wars that he's been in. And I don't know how much the guy's getting paid, but it's not enough. I could tell you that right now. He definitely deserves more. We don't got a Boomachino, but we got a little tea action, a little tea and honey. But yeah, man, it was just an amazing display of such high-level martial arts. Poirier kept his composure in there, just well-rounded back and forth skills too. Like they were both mixing up shots, and Poirier had a couple takedowns and perfect timing, to kind of seal the deal for the round. When maybe Hooker was feeling himself on the feet, Poirier would, change levels. He would get him kind of thinking we're just striking, and then boom, he'd be underneath him. I thought Poirier did this amazing technique where he put his knee in between Hooker's legs against the cage, and he kind of created a spot where like he had this deep underhook and he had head position, and he had this left knee in between Hooker's legs, and kind of made it so Hooker can't really go left or right, and his head was in the zone for these uppercut shots from the inside. Just veteran stuff right there, man. Poirier is just one of those guys that has nonstop improvement, fight to fight. It's gotten so much better over the years, and it's amazing to watch him fight, man. I love watching that guy fight, and I think Hooker is a guy who has now cemented himself amongst the best guys in the 155-pound division. I mean, that's all I can really say about that fight. That was just amazing stuff. But yeah, I just want to talk about that fight, and then we'll be back for the next fight card. I think there's a break right for 4th of July, then they come back to Yas Island, Fight Island, baby, coming up soon. So I'm excited for all those cards on Fight Island. That looks to be exciting, man, with all the title fights. So we'll definitely break down those cards as they get closer. If you guys give a thumbs up, I appreciate it. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Boom, baby.